video is about a new way of living, a place where you can afford a beautiful home and it only takes a few minutes to get to work. Bathurst offers you the best of both worlds, a vibrant city and a relaxed country lifestyle. A median house price of $286,000 and all just 2.5 hours from Sydney. Hello, I'm Rebecca Harris and I'm going to meet 3 families who have made the move to Bathurst. We'll find out why they did it and how it has changed their lives. Bathurst is Australia's oldest inland settlement and home to over 40,000 residents. But there's plenty of room for growth here. In fact, it's one of the fastest growing regions in New South Wales, and we're about to show you why.
We were getting fairly desperate in Sydney. It was very expensive for us to live. Although we had good jobs, we were finding it, no time with the family, commuting, traffic. My husband was spending 2 hours on the train every day. It left a lot of time that was unavailable for our family, so we wanted to move to Bathurst to have a better quality of life.
Grant was going to work at 7 o'clock in the morning and then coming home at 7:30 at night. I felt like a single mum sometimes, so...
You just tend to get into a bit of a grind, and out here it's really freshened up how I feel about life in general, to be honest, and given me a bit more spring. It's given me a spring in my step.
It's getting out of the rat race and the hustle and the bustle of the city. It was more about us sort of really settling into a life here and having a family and feeling really happy in ourselves.
Quite a lifestyle. Good jobs, the fact that we were able to get good jobs, and a good place to bring up a family.
Business is booming in Bathurst. Job opportunities range from traineeships to professional careers. And as one of the fastest growing regional centres in the state, Bathurst is a great place to be your own boss with plenty of business opportunities available.
The range is as good as Sydney. I mean, there's a lot of different jobs available. The kind of skill sets that people from the city can bring, given the fact they're always under, in training and always being upskilled, I think puts them in a really good position.
One of the reasons why we decided to move here was to have less pressure in our work lives. I also take a break during lunch. I go home to the townhouse during lunch, then I come back to work, so it splits up the day. But it really has reduced my stress, which is one of the key reasons why we wanted to move here as well.
If you're looking for classic or modern housing, you'll find abundant and affordable options in Bathurst.
But being in Bathurst, you can actually afford a place for half the price you would pay in Sydney, so there's not as much pressure with the mortgage. So we can afford to do some more things as well. So we can afford to eat out a bit more, or we can do some more fun things outside of work and just have that work-life balance.
We were in Sydney in Balgala, close to Manly, and you can't get into that area for under $1 million. And in Bathurst, we were looking at similar properties we'd buy for $1 million. In Bathurst, we're like 300 to 400,000.
And on the other end of the scale, I think you could be a new person that's just moved out of home and find the rent really, really affordable and be able to do that as well. So it caters for everyone, doesn't it, really?
And of course, if you're looking for rural bliss, then you've come to the right place.
And Bathurst, we scored 16 acres with a beautiful 5-bedroom house and a gorgeous view, and it was just unbelievable for the same kind of mortgage we had in Sydney. It was awesome.
And if you love staying active, the sporting facilities are first class. The Bathurst Memorial Entertainment Centre is the theatrical heart of the city. With a 640-seat theatre, city hall, bars and conference rooms, it plays host to stage productions and concerts by major artists throughout the year.
There is a lot of family activity in Bathurst. There's the family markets that we have every fortnight, and that's a really good social setting as well. You go down and you see a lot of the local people.
Given the fact I'm working in town, right in the middle of town, I've got the opportunity to meet quite a few people, and everyone's been very open and open to helping you, and always interested in offering up information.
I think Bathurst is just small enough so that you know people around you, that people begin to recognise you when you go to the local shops. And in Sydney, we just didn't feel that sense of community, and we really get that here.
The local community loves to celebrate with large-scale events, from Australia Day to New Year's Eve, and of course the super cheap auto Bathurst 1000. Education is the third biggest employer in the Bathurst region, with over 55 providers. There are public and private schools, colleges, and of course Charles Sturt University, with 2,500 students on its Bathurst campus.
By all accounts, the schooling's very, very good academically. The schools were good, a lot of choice.
There's plenty of beautiful schools in Bathurst. My daughter goes to a great school now that is better than what we were paying for in Sydney in private school, and she's doing really well there. So going forward, there's some beautiful high schools as well around the Bathurst area.
The new Bathurst Base Hospital and a range of medical centres provide excellent healthcare services and state-of-the-art facilities.
It was definitely a big risk for us, so I'm so glad that we did it now. The big reward came from the big risk. So
just being prepared to take the leap of faith, so to speak, and if you're prepared to do that, the rewards will be there. And I know for a lot of families, making that decision's the hardest thing.
Making the decision's the hard thing, and I think that if you get in and research what's available in Bathurst, you'll realise that there's so much to offer, and that the lifestyle that you can live in Bathurst is just as good as Sydney, if not better.
You have the luxuries at your fingertip if you need it.
Yeah.
So, when are you coming to see us? You can get more information on our website, give us a call, or why not take a weekend drive and have a look around. But be careful, you might not want to leave.